Only reason why I'm doing audio is because it's been a long journey. But real quick, with this Damian Lillard shot, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched a lot of footage of Damian Lillard, so I'm not gonna lie. Just hear me out. You can use this base. I have no problem with this base. I also have technically no problem with base or amateur six. I have no problem with that base as well. That's a good base. You could even maybe make an argument for base one, for jump shot one. If someone used this, I would not be mad at it. Okay. Um, if you want to use 22, or 22 is the same as Damian Lillard's actual base. So if you wanted to use um, this one, the way I set up that form, you're good to go. It doesn't matter. You're good either way. Also, if you didn't want to use Lance Stevenson, let's say you're tired of seeing me do it because someone made a joke the other day on the comments like, you love amateur 10. Well, amateur 10 is a very accurate depiction of how players snatch their wrist back. So, if they're going to add something accurate in there, and a lot of players are doing it because that's the culture of the game, well, by all means, I'm going to use it in order so we can get the most realistic experience going into 2K19, as long as they keep everything intact and only add. But we'll see how that goes. But also with this, if y'all want to use Canon, I have no problem with that as well. So that's another option for you. But I'm sticking with that. So yeah. And other than that, just trying to knock out these last two teams. Clearly, the next one is probably the most anticipated one, believe it or not, the Warriors. And for the most part, the Warriors are halfway done just because they're starting five. I just wanted to get out the way to begin with. So I'll probably go in there and tweak some things, maybe, maybe not. And then we'll go to those bench players and everything else. And they have most of the same team from last year. So I'll go to my old videos and get into that. Another thing with CJ McCollum, I wouldn't be mad if you use this Chris Paul's crossover. Wouldn't be mad at that at all. I'm just trying this for now, so bear with me. But yeah, so I can't wait. I know the Warriors one is the one a lot of people want to see because Steph Curry and Durant. But I've been kind of hinting at them all year, so what you see is what you get with those guys. But other than that, appreciate everyone who's been sticking with me. I don't really care for subscribers or anything like that. This is literally just for me and the community. So anyone who's appreciative of it, thanks. But this is just so next year I don't have to even think about this. I said on Operation Sports I might start engaging in some rookies because Summer League looks a little bit more interactive this year. And it looks like most rookies and even a couple players. Because after I finish the Wizards, I'm gonna go back and show you guys a couple guys I fixed. Like I fixed Julius Randle a little bit. I fixed Kevin Love, as y'all seen. I fixed a couple other players as well, like Harry Giles or Harry Giles, however you say it. Yeah, because he didn't play all season, so he played summer league and he's showing his shot. So that'd be real good to show you guys, and that's gonna be imperative that you guys see that moving forward before we even get to the getting. Yep. Ed Davis, I want you guys to know I'm keeping this shot for him probably for the rest of his career. This stuff was really hard to find. Like some guys, like some videos, you got to actually go look at other people's stuff. So maybe you got to look at the reserve unit or a third unit guy, and maybe he's playing with him, and maybe he shot a shot and he bricked, and that's how you're gonna get your shot from some of these guys. By the way, I never noticed that Ed Davis is like a Diet Pepsi version of Omari Stoudemire. Never noticed that. I'm surprised I never noticed that, man. His game is very similar to Omari Stoudemire. His stature, his posture, everything. Brian Dung, shout outs to the shout out, and M71408 shout outs. People talking in the chat, so shout outs to them. Al-Farouq Aminu, finally got a good shot for him. Feels good. Because for years I wasn't able to get that ball on the side and also have him hold his hand up. So I'm happy about that. Pretty stoked about that. Yeah, man. Next year is gonna be really weird. I know y'all have seen that DeMarcus Cousins movement, LeBron on the Lakers, and situations like that. So hopefully we can jump right in next year, 2K19, and just go ahead and get these shot edits plugged in as quick as possible. Hopefully someone who's watching this is as committed to 2K as we are and plugs all this in from these videos immediately as soon as they see um as soon as the game comes out. The quicker the better, so I can really max out on playing. And then hopefully if it spreads like a virus, it'll become a situation where 2K could boss up and actually apply these edits fully, not just to 30% of the NBA, not 40%, to everybody. You know, it's this easy. You have it in the game. You might as well just plug it in. And it shouldn't offend them so much if a player is using something that comes from another player. Hell, they do it for everything else. Shit, they spam all the normals and all the pros and all this. So if you see Derrick Rose's thing, it's not just it's not exclusive to him. Clearly, all these players kind of mimicked all the same players. They all watched Allen Iverson. They all watched Michael Jordan. They all watched LeBron James. So it's not surprising to me that their dunking is similar, that their dribbling is similar. They just need a platform to be able to. Well, this video game just needs to recognize that. So when we play it, it feels as realistic as possible, man. Because 2K's animations are dated, and even the people they have come in sometimes are dated. And like that Russell Westbrook dunk animation, the fact that it doesn't even work on most players is egregious. It's terrible. Yeah, and I'm thinking as long as I've been doing this, this is basically as long as the 2K cycle. 2K could have easily. I'm not even gonna go there and say they could have hired me. I'm not one of those guys. They could have easily did this on their own and had this done. Totally could have had this done. Based off the energy I'm putting into this, they could have had this done. Totally could have had this done. I just think it's a case where, they have their minds on other things and they know someone like me will do it because it's such an eyesore. But with that, thank you guys again. Warriors next. Yeah, I already know that's gonna be a good video. It'd probably get 1,000 views quicker than anything else. Look at us, we so small time. We talking about 1,000 views. But hey, I don't really do this with like real editing skills. I just share it up the PS share. So, oh, all of this is wrong. I apologize. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Whoa. There we go. That's better. This guy is like more slim. Um, Al Jefferson. I was watching his game. I was like, oh, this guy plays like Al Jefferson. Looks like he has what Al Jefferson added to his game later in his career, though. So, yep. All right, y'all. Peace.